Hello and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're in the last episode. We began investigations for what's probably, or what looks like it's going to be the last case of the game. And in this episode, we're going to be starting up the day one of trial in the case to prove Miles Edgeworth's innocence. December 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Let's get into this. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. Oh. Did I remember that? Did I remember that incorrectly? Okay, so in case you forgot, on Friday I mentioned that because obviously Edgeworth has been the prosecutor up until this point, he can't prosecute himself. He can't be the prosecutor for this case because, you know, he's the defendant. So we're gonna have to get a different prosecutor. And then I realized, oh wait, in the Phoenix Wright musical, they had Franziska von Karma come in to replace Edgeworth. So I figured that was going to be the case here as well. But Manfred von Karma? I was under the impression it was Franziska von Karma, but I guess I disremembered it correctly. Okay. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. Yeah, well, neither did you until you met me. So, you know, just trust me. No one's immune to the power of Phoenix Wright. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case. Actually, my TV might be a little too loud. That might be echoing. I'll lower the volume a little bit. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know. Edgeworth is actually just about to say that exact same thing. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, Mr. Wright. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Oh, great. That sounds like it's gonna be a real fun time. So is he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. I don't know about that. If he cares about his reputation as much as Edgeworth says, I wouldn't place my bets on that one happening. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Also, I just realized, if he's been doing this for 40 years, he's gotta be really old. Because that's just 40 years of him being on the job. Factor in law school, and then obviously all your years before that. He's old. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia, Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Please don't. No. Okay. If I have one complaint about this game, and trust me, it's the only complaint about this game, it's that they seem a little too reliant on the summoning Mia out of thin air kind of thing, right? Like, oh, all is lost, all hope is lost, and then I play my Mia card, and you channel Mia's spirit. Seem a little too heavily reliant on that, but maybe that's. I mean, I'd have to think about it. I'll save that for when we finish the game because I have a whole lot of stuff to talk about there. But like, I don't know. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's actually good. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Did you skip leg day? Is that what happened? Did you skip a leg day? Oh man, what bad timing. I don't know why, but that line just sounded very unnatural. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We can do it. I'm not afraid of Manfred von Karma. December 26, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh yeah, he looks old. Yikes. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Huh. He already looks like just such a nice guy. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. Well, that was quick. Okay. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm gonna review the court record before we begin. What did we learn on Friday? We learned, okay, Lada was taking pictures of, I don't remember what she was taking pictures of. I'm going to take a picture when a loud noise detected faces the lake. Time of death, 24th or 25th. Okay, so probably around midnight. 1 bullet shot to the heart. Because if they don't know, oh yeah, it says it right here, 12:15 a.m. Wait, okay, so if it was taken there, wait, how's there any confusion? So there's 2 people standing on the boat right there, taken at 12:15. So you know that the murder was the 25th, and then this is Misty Face photo. I don't know why we have this. Gordy article about a monster sighted at Gord Lake. I'm not sure what relevance this is gonna have, but it's here. Okay. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir! Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. His voice kills my throat the most. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. What? But the photo was... Okay, we've already found our first contradiction. The photo was taken at 12:15 a.m. and there were 2 people standing on that boat. So presumably the camera went off because of the gunshot, right? So the murder would have happened here, not Christmas Eve. There was 1 boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went toward the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. He's decidedly not right. Alright. First testimony. Here we go. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Cross-examination. Okay, so nothing jumped out as a contradiction there, but I would like to hear more about... Man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Okay, so the murder was 12:15 a.m. That's 15 minutes after... I want to hear more about finding the body. So the body must have been found within those 15 minutes. Okay, let's hear more about this. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Oh, yikes, that's a way deeper voice than I'm giving you. That's like, objection! Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my voice. That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Wait, so who is the second witness? We know the first one was Lotta Hart. Who's the second one? Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, Lotta Hart. What happened next, detective? Seen the crime as fast as we could. Yeah, I don't need to hear more about finding Mr. Edgeworth, inspecting anything at all. Tell me more about finding the body. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bones, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet, found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Okay. That's gonna be important, obviously. Why did you have to arrest Mr. Edgeworth? Riddle me that, Batman. Well, why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. People are always very good at leaving every little detail out of their testimonies.
The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence.
Okay. Tell me more about why it was decisive evidence then. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tusk, tusk, tusk. Ah! He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. We should probably make a note of that. What?
Order! Order!
So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yeah, that's not good in the slightest.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Murder weapon, .222 caliber, fired 3 times. Fired 3 times. That's interesting. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. The camera took 2 photos, right? Or not the camera took 2 photos, but the gunshot went off twice. Right? Because didn't Lotta say she heard 2 gunshots? I feel like she said she heard 2 gunshots. But the pistol was fired 3 times. That strikes me as an interesting detail. So I'll bring that up when Lotta takes the stand, because he said that he said he's gonna call her to the stand. So we'll find out. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective.
Yes, sir.
Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick! What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Tisk. Very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. This pistol which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Yeah, this isn't looking good for you, Edgeworth.
Order, order.
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge?
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point.
However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes.
Yep. He's basically just... basically just telling the judge, hey, call a recess. And you're gonna do it because I want you to.
Judge.
Yes?
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now. But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Oh, he's just a little peach, isn't he?
Yes, sir. Alright, yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? December 26, 11:09 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. Well, I mean, we knew that was gonna happen because in the little prologue before the case, it did show him holding the gun. So that's not really a surprise. I'm just curious as to why. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo.
True.
Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
So then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then, the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Huh. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Imagine if I said, yeah, you're useless. No, come on, Maya, I still need you here. No, of course not, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really?
Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. Don't worry, Edgeworth. We can do this. I have complete and total faith in my abilities.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university?
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident, and don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
Okay. There weren't any contradictions in Gumshoe's testimony, so I'm hoping there's gonna be one here. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder.
Wait, isn't this already? Yeah, it's already in evidence. Like, it was already in evidence. You don't need to resubmit it.
Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him.
Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. I don't know why I skipped that. Order! 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 I will have order!
Well, Judge?
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case.
Are you not even gonna let me cross-examine the witness? I was about to say. Well, wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination?
Oh, don't you wag your finger at me.
We have photographic proof.
No, you don't. That photo shows literally nothing. This photo shows us diddly-do. This photo shows us that there are two people on the boat, and one of them is probably wearing a hoodie. Beyond that, you got nothing. You cannot discern anything about who those two people are. BS. Let me cross-examine the witness.
This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony?
I don't remember. I didn't see anything initially, but we have to bluff our way through this.
Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder in and then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? From memory, I don't remember anything jumping out at me, but I have to bluff my way through this or else Edgeworth gets declared guilty. So yes, I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Yeah, well, neither did I, but I gotta bluff my way through this. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
Don't worry, I won't make it a waste of time. Okay. We gotta take this super slow and steady. Christmas Eve, just after midnight. Okay, so I guess the way to explain the contradiction I pointed out earlier is that they consider Christmas Eve to be before the sun rises, like it's still nighttime, or it's just past midnight, so it's still technically Christmas Eve. I don't know. I'm not gonna get too hung up on that. I was in my car. Okay, let me look at that map again. Overhead map. You're in your car. Okay, the boat was. You should. So if I'm assuming you would presumably be sitting in the driver's seat. You don't have a great view. Hold on. Let me hear more about that. because if the car is if the driver's side door is facing away from the lake, might have a tougher spot. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Press further. The rule of thumb I've picked up on is just always press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? That's such a low voice. Yeah, so unless you know with absolute certainty that there's nothing more to glean from that statement, but I don't think I'm ever going to be able to figure that out. Always press further. The more information we have, the better.
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
No, you're not the one who gets to say that.
Well, wait, no, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. You know, for like half a second now, I thought he was actually going to help me out, but nope. Just pulled the rug out right from under me. Okay, that didn't do anything. Heard this bang come up from the lake. Did you hear? I thought she said something about hearing two. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
I'm allowed to press her statements if I want. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do it again just to spite you. Look at that. I'm pressing another one of her statements. Couldn't you clearly see the two men? Just look at that picture. Clear enough for you? No! It is not clear enough for me. These are two shadowy blobs. This shows nothing. Definitely not clear enough for me. Uh-oh. Yeah, press further, please. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. Uh-oh. Von Karma knows she's hiding something.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Yep, that for sure he is. Then there was another... Okay, so I was right. So she did hear two gunshots. There was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You and your objections.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Obviously she has something to hide. Wasn't there a thing on the lake but that boat? Okay, well I haven't found any contradictions, so I'm just gonna press everything. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Press further, once again. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Oh. What? Yeah, I didn't even get to...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright.
What? There were no contradictions in there. There were none.
It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor!
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Uh-huh. Nick! Lana's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
No, we haven't.
Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Shouldn't the fact that the pistol was fired 3 times be enough to say no, we haven't? Where did the third bullet go?
Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Oh?
Whoa, who was that?
It was me. Maya.
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. Oh, get her, Maya. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treat me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it, I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Huh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nope.
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. Oh, we got her now. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Oh, we got you now. Because now, what we can do actually is, hold on, let me open the court record. The lake photo, you cannot tell who those people are from the lake photo. And the camera was even closer to the lake than her car was. So if the camera could not see who those people are, then she definitely couldn't. So all we gotta do is just present this, and we got her.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
Oh, come on, please side with me. Judge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya saved the freaking day. And you know what? If I told her she was useless, she probably would have gone home, and she would have been able to save us there. Oh, that's so awesome.
Puh. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. We already found one.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Okay. We got this. Super easy. Super easy. Here we go. Ready? I saw clear as day the man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. And no, you didn't. Gotcha. Gotcha, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So, this picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Nah, you weren't expecting this, were you, Von Karma?
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Okay, how Edgeworth was seen. I can't wait to hear this. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars. You brought binoculars? Of course you brought binoculars with you. Why wouldn't you have brought... that obviously, I mean, that just makes too much sense. Like, why wouldn't you have brought binoculars with you? That just makes too much sense. Oh boy. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. That's just... Okay, I'm gonna need to hear more about those binoculars.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one had better be good. Just... How could you... You forgot the binoculars? How do you... Hold it. Just... Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Oh, that's what she was filming. She was... Okay, so she was trying to photograph shooting stars. Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binocular? Oh, yeah. I hadn't even considered that, actually. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
Not really. Because if she lied about that, then who's to say that she didn't lie about other things? And also, why would she lie about that? You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about this camera? Of course I do. This is make it or break it time. This camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is, perhaps, the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well, Miss Hart. You will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. So take pictures of meteor shower. Okay, tell me more. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, huh?
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness Christopher challenging you. Oh!
Now, wait a minute!
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth?
Wait a second! Hold it a second. Hold on. Wait. Okay. This photo, the camera angle of this photo is pointed directly at the lake. If she was trying to photograph meteor showers, why was it not pointed toward the sky? Hold it a second. I might have just found the contradiction that's gonna make or break this. All right, hold on. What would be the camera? The camera. We'll do the camera. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. It says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointing direct. I gotcha. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ugh.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
What would she have been photographing? What? Do we have evidence to show that? She was gonna photograph the monster. That's what she was gonna do. She was photographing the monster. Okay, show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was the Gordy? Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article?
Gordy?
The sighting at Gord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do I have proof of that? It's facing the lake. That's a pretty... if it's directly facing the lake, then yeah, I have proof. Then you're obviously trying to photograph something that's in the lake.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. No joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster?
This. It's pointed directly at the lake. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises. Oh, right. That also makes sense. Thus, this photograph here taken when gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, which Gordy made a loud noise. Okay, so, in all fairness, the text is blurred, so we can't exactly read it. But I think that the evidence that if it's pointed at the lake, you're obviously trying to photograph something that's in the lake is also pretty strong evidence, but, either one works. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you... Wait, actually, did it say that in the description? No, it didn't. Okay, never mind. Anyway, that's why you had your camera set to respond to loud noises.
Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Huh, hey!
But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true! You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Okay, so we gotta put a magnifying glass up against this one.
Okay. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. Oh, really? I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. If you were trying to find Gordy, you would not be looking at the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of these men's hands and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, cross my heart and hope to fry.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
But I found a contradiction.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He spotted the contradiction as well. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because, why, was there a contradiction? Yes, there was.
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha, that would be a first.
Haha, very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright? If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. So I'm thinking all we gotta do is just present the newspaper on this. Because she definitely would have been scanning the lake trying to find Gordy. She would not have just stared at the boat the whole time. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
Well, what's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would. Is he gonna say, but you are far from normal? Yeah, I thought he was gonna say something like, but what we have clearly established today is that you are not a normal person.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order. Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well?
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Oh, does she have another photograph?
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She said it'll drop the quality of mic, but sure let us see who's who.
She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? Because it's going to contradict her testimony. I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Obviously, you make her show the enlargement. Unless Von Karma is has like 200 IQ and is acting this way specifically to make us object to make her show the enlargement, only because he knows it shows nothing, as a trap, feigning concern to try to force us to check it only to have it show nothing. Unless he's thinking that deep, which, I mean, from what we've seen so far, he very well might be. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court to me in the first place. Oh, you old fool!
She's got you now, Von Karma. You've nowhere left to run.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart, show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
Okay, I'm ready. Show me what you got. Show me what you got.
It still doesn't show the freaking faces. It was a bait. It was a bait the whole time. He actually was thinking that deep. He actually was. Okay, so he actually was thinking. Okay, let's feign concerns that he checks in and realizes that there's nothing in this photo that contradicts anything in the court record.
Wait a second. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Hold it. Wait. Let me just make sure I'm not going crazy. Edgeworth's right hand. Right hand. The person in this photo is holding the gun with his left hand, shooting with the left hand. Oh, we got you now. I don't know what that means yet, because if his fingerprints were found on the weapon, but still, the murderer here is holding with his left hand, and his left prints weren't found on the gun. Okay, we got it. We found a contradiction.
It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. They find out to the court.
Okay, we got it.
Happy now, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I am. I'm very happy.
You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested you not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lottehart, and none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
No, there's a glaring contradiction, though! Yeah, there is. There is a clue in the photo. Object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
Well, what might that be? Mr. Wright,
You will show the court what you mean. What about this photo was strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. This is what's strange about it. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? Not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence.
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the left hand contradicts this. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night.
Yes, we did it. Oh, that was too close. It was all because of Maya. Maya is the hero of this story. She saved our rear ends. Whoa. We did it, though. We did it. We proved Mr. Edgeworth's. Well, not yet. Unless he declares a not guilty verdict right now, which I'm guessing isn't going to happen. We've at least established reasonable doubt, and that's all we needed to do in this trial.
We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
The victim himself, because Edgeworth said it might have been a suicide, right? There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly than a meter away.
I mean, that's 3 feet. Okay, definitely wasn't a suicide then.
There was no way it could have been a suicide.
Okay, Order!
Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Autopsy report. Shot from approximately 1 meter away.
I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Okay, we did it. We established a reasonable doubt. So we saved Edgeworth's rear end for today, and then tomorrow we'll uncover more evidence, and we'll keep it going. We're gonna do this. This is intense. We can do this. Okay, December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say?
No, I've yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too.
What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him.
I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya.
Oh, right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What? You having trouble saying thanks?
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? You know, I think it might actually. I've requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight, but that's the thing, though. To be continued, that's the thing. Oh, wait, music. Always so comforting after a long day at work. Okay. She heard 2 gunshots, but the gun was fired 3 times. So what's with the 3rd gunshot? What does the 3rd gunshot have to do with anything? I don't know, we'll figure it all out tomorrow, or we'll gain more information tomorrow, and we'll figure it out on the next trial, I'm sure. So that'll be for this episode. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Goodbye.